from President Kemp, the history of money is entering a new chapter. Countries are seeking to preserve key aspects of their traditional monetary and financial systems while experimenting with new digital forms of money. The paper we are releasing today shows that for those experiments to succeed, policymakers need to deal with many open questions, technical obstacles, policy trade-offs. It may not be easy or straightforward, but I'm confident that the bright minds in central banks can succeed thanks to their trademark resourcefulness and perseverance. Fittingly, even the great inventor Thomas Edison acknowledged that there is no substitute for hard work. And this is what we embrace at the IMF. This hard work has already advanced. We are supporting countries in their CBDC experiments to understand big picture trade-offs, to provide technical assistance, to serve as a transmission line of learning and best practice across all our 190 members. And we are stepping up collaboration with other institutions, such as the Bank for International Settlements, at par with the rapidly growing significance of digital money. Today's discussion is only the beginning of an exciting journey, and we have a great panel to take us further on it. Thank you.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, I come back with that video just to make you think. And the history of money is entering into a new chapter. And we know central bank digital currencies are right around the corner, backed by that SDR. And the Crypto Teacher wrote about it a long time ago. China's digital Yuan is going to be the new reserve currency. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you, the digital Yuan wallet has more people signed up than what we have inside the United States. Remember, China has billions of people. Before in the Olympics, Visa was the only option. Now we have the digital Yuan is going to be truly centralized. Cross-border payments are going to be very important to the Belt and Road. So we have XLM, we have XRP, we have Bitcoin Lightning. That is going to be very important to the economies. But every central bank is going to have its own digital currency. And then you're going to have the private stable coins that are going to be attached to those central bank digital currencies. It's going to be similar to the same way we have right now. We have countries with their own currency, but they're pegged to the US dollar. It's going to be the same way when it comes to these central bank digital currencies. Private digital currencies are going to be allowed to flourish over these next 3 years before they implement these central bank digital currencies. These central bank digital currencies will allow them to airdrop free money into the people's accounts, will be controlled by the post office, especially in the United States. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
Many thanks to the Atlantic Council for providing a fitting venue to discuss central banks' forays into digital currencies. Since the founding of the Atlantic Council in 1961, it has made important contributions to strategic political and economic policy debates. Those debates have served us well, helping us to test the boundaries of our thinking and be better prepared for what lies ahead. So today we aim to test our thinking again. We have moved beyond conceptual discussions of CBDCs, and we are now in the phase of experimentation. Central banks are rolling up their sleeves and familiarizing themselves with the bits and bytes of digital money. These are still early days for CBDCs. We don't quite know how far, how fast they will go, but what we know is that central banks are building capacity to harness new technologies to be ready for what may lie ahead. CBDCs are designed prudently. They can potentially offer more resilience, more safety, greater availability, and lower costs than private forms of digital money. That is clearly the case when compared to unbacked crypto assets that are inherently volatile. And even the better managed and regulated stablecoins may not be quite a match against the stable and well-designed central bank digital currency. We know that the move towards CBDCs is gaining momentum. President Kemp was very clear on that. It is driven by the ingenuity of central banks. All told, around 100 countries are exploring CBDCs at one level or another.
First, if I may.
Yes, go ahead.
Did I interpret you correctly, Chanchun, that we will have the core of the platform provided by the People's Bank of China will be DLT based, and it will be interoperable with the payment service providers' own systems, so that they can continue to provide the end users with legacy systems. Is that the interpretation? Is that interpretation correct?
Well, I can interpret that more like a hybrid system, not a core with a DLT system. For the DLT part, we only use DLT technology in the reconciliation part for our system. That means for the reconciliation, for the error correcting, that part, all the participants or all the authorized arbiters, they can use the DLT to reconcile at the end of days, at the end of business days, and correct all the errors. But for the core, retail transaction processing, that part, we use a centralized system, actually a traditional centralized system, not a DLT system.
Something China is acutely worried about, or do you feel safe that if a dollar were introduced, it would not sort of threaten China?
Well, I think under the guidance of international setting bodies, we don't actually worry about dollarization in the future. And for example, with the support of the BIS and the IMF, and we have already developed the Bridge project, and that under that project we can have the all the central banks join in this multilateral CBDC platform that supports instant cross-border PVP in multiple currencies among multiple jurisdictions. So with that, international organizations, initiatives, for example, like Tobias said, the FSB, we're working on the building block 19 on the CBDC interoperability issues in terms of the cross-border payment services. So in that scenario, in that support of all the international setting bodies initiatives, we don't actually worry about the dollarization issue. At the same time, we have very strict. We have the capital management measures in place. In those with that measures support, we don't expect any significant impact of the dollarization impact. CBDC project is still running its pilot phase currently. ECNY pilots have been running in 11 areas, including Shenzhen, Suzhou, Yuan, Chengdu, Shanghai, Hainan, Changsha, Xi'an, Qingdao, Dalian, and 2022 Beijing Winter Olympics venues. There will be more cities that join ECNY pilot soon. By now, 9 private authorized arbiters have join the ECNY system, including the ICBC, ABC, Bank of China BOC, CCB, Bank of Communications, Postal Saving Banks of China, China Merchants Bank, as well as Alipay and Tenpay in the name of their commercial banks arm. With the pilot going on, there will be more qualified private sector operators join the ECNY system. By October 8th of 2021, there were over 123 million ECNY wallets registered, with individuals and around 9.2 million wallets held by corporate firms, and it's accepted in more than 1.3 million merchants in pilot areas. And we actually feel obliged to start our CBDC due to the following motivations. First, to improve the efficiency of the central bank payment system. In recent years, we have witnessed a trend that a lot of central banks are improving their payment systems by building up faster payment systems, which will widen the access and include more participants from different sectors. The ECNY project is one of our efforts to improve the efficiency of the central bank payment system. We provide 724 services to the general public, which will greatly extend the service hours. In addition, our system realizes higher efficiency with the feature of settlement upon payment. Furthermore, we strengthened the ECNY capability. For now, we can support 10,000 TPS. Last but not least, ECNY joins hands with more participants from different sectors, including not only commercial banks and financial market infrastructures, but also PSPs, fintech companies, telecom operators, and so on. With the efforts, we managed to increase the efficiency of the central bank payment system. Secondly, in order to provide a backup or redundancy for the retail payment system, we build up this ECNY payment system. As you may know that Alipay and Tenpay seem to have already become significantly important financial infrastructure. If anything bad happened to them, either financially or technically, that will be, will bring very significant negative impact to the financial system. It's the case when Alipay and Tenpay are not allowed inside the Winter Olympics venues due to the business privilege of the Olympic sponsors, because Visa is the only one who can provide the mobile payment services inside of the Olympics venues. But since ECNY has the legal tender status, it's no doubt available in the Winter Olympic venues, and further offers various kinds of wallets for the audience and all athletes to take a dip into the convenience of mobile payments in China. It is the same in other pilot cities when ECNY can offer a backup in extreme scenarios like connectivity and power shortage. Last but not least, to improve the financial inclusion. The private sector provides financial services that cover 80% of the population, while remaining 10 to 20% are disadvantaged in their access to the basic banking services. In addition, as mobile payments are so prevalent in China, short-term foreign visitors and the non-residents may also have difficulties in making payments in China because most of the merchants don't accept cash, paper notes, credit cards, or debit cards. So it will be the obligation or responsibility for the central bank to cover those long-tail users. First, as ECNY is loosely coupled with bank account system, digital wallets could be opened without the support of a traditional banking account system. On one hand, the disadvantaged people can enjoy the basic financial services. On the other hand, the foreign short-term foreign visitors and non-residents can enjoy the mobile payment system in China. Moreover, ECNY charge no fee from the authorized operators and the individual users. It will reduce the burden of the real economy and improve the business environment. I will stop here. Back to you.
That I think central bank digital currencies were concocted in hell by Satan himself. They are incredible control by governments over everybody's bank account, and they are they're going to create a void of privacy for every individual citizen. I think they're horrible, but I think that's where they want to go.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.